Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. So I just now was able to enter this question. Um, I got a comment on one of my videos 3 months ago. I'm going to read it off my other phone. Um, the person's name is Cindy. She recently subscribed to my channel, and so she found mine and was happy to find another service dog handler that's young. She had questions about why I have my service dog off leash because her tasks interfere with that, but it's also for her safety because if I would fall on a leash, now, yes, a lot of times I do have my service dog on a leash because if a fake would ever come towards her, I can't grab her off leash. So I sometimes do have a leash attached to her, but I'm not using it. I'm just not. It's just there. So basically, she asked me, Mag, you mentioned Maggie was a guide dog. What has she won before she came to work with you? Do you use guiding tasks for yourself as well? Yes, she is a guide dog. She guides me for PTSD. She knows how to find exit. She knows all the guide commands as a regular guide dog, but she is a multi-purpose guide dog. And for other reasons. And those reasons why I use guide work is because I can't, if I lose my partner, like the person I came with, I'm in a different kind of store, like different part of the store, or if I'm about to have a medical episode, I need her to go find a certain person or go find the exit. She asked me, you also said that having a leash would interfere with her tasks, so you trained her to be off leash. Do you have any videos about what the process looks like? So I can show you a little bit of the process. No, technically Maggie is off leash, already trained, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the process of what I did. I use a mini educator, e-collar. This is the number one thing that you always want for training for off leash. You're going to want to have a leash to first start out with, and you're going to want to have like some kind of collar. So I have a martingale on Maggie right now, and she is in vest. So Maggie, heel. So sorry about the mess, but Maggie, heel. Sit. So the process will look like the dog needs to know all of its basic and advanced obedience. So, heel. Sit. Give me a moment, I gotta fix my knee brace. Maggie, heel. girl. Sit. Yes. Wait. Leave it. So, my sister-in-law's dog is not a service dog. He's just a regular pet, so he does not need to know this. But, basically, Maggie, heel. Leave it. So, she's basically pulling on leash. Leave it. Maggie, leave it. Yes. Heel. So basically, you're going to want the dog to learn, leave it. Sit. Heel. Then, once when your dog finally gets to know the heel command, sit. When your dog finally gets to know that command, you're going to want to train, like I said, have an e-collar on, or like a very traffic leash. Once when your dog knows that, then you're going to want to drop the leash on accident. Service dogs, they should be able to handle a dropped leash. Any dog should. Good girl. And then praise. So, praise with like a treat. Leave it. Yes. What I'm going to be using is, I don't have it, but I'm going to be using these. Not too many because I'm working on her weight. So, once again, go over that again. Pick up the leash. Let the dog to heel. Leave it. And get the dog used to the correction. You're not going to be wanting to use the martingale, if you're going to use a martingale or a prong, but you're going to want to get the dog used to the feel of the e-collar. Because when you have no leash on, this is how you're going to correct the dog. I use Vibrate, and this is at a 12 because we are at home. But when we're working, she's at 39. Because I don't expect her to be off leash. She's like always off leash in our fence and backyard. But still. So, Maggie, heel. So, I'm going to transition her from the martingale to the e-collar. Maggie, go be a dog. Go be a dog. Come. So, correction. Even though I gave her the command, I wanted you to see it. The process. She is trained. Or ready for this. I'm not training my sister-in-law's dog how to be off leash because he doesn't need to. Come. Sit. Yes. Once when your dog knows this, go back to the drop the leash. So, heel. Heel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up her leash, gradually get her used to the heel command, drop the leash, heel, put her in the sit. Good girl. And you're going to want to make it fun. Training is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be a job for her. It's supposed to be fun. Service dog work, same thing. It's supposed to be fun. I'm not forcing her. Once when the dog knows this, trust the dog. Certain training is all about trust. Dog training is all about trust. So, when your dog automatically already knows the off leash with dropped leash, still keep the dog and do it in a fenced and yard or area. So if your dog does run, it's fenced. You can't go anywhere. But trust your dog with the e-collar. So I'm going to say, Maggie, heel. Sit. Maggie, heel. So she didn't want to move. I corrected her with the vibrate. And you can use any e-collar. Maggie, heel. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Now another thing that you can do for positive reinforcement is have no leash on your dog. But do this, literally have your dog off leash, but with the e-collar on. So over time, you're teaching your dog how to heel off leash. You're basically reteaching the heel command. Maggie, heel. Now, of course, like I said, we're at home, so she's not going to be perfect. But when we leave the yard, and what the process will look like is, over time, you won't have to hold this. This can be around your waist or around on your arm. Still able and available, but you're going to say, Maggie, or your dog's name, Maggie, heel. Maggie, sit. Stay. Maggie, come. A little bit more bigger area. Maggie, heel. Which is more like a walk for her. Sit. And over time, your dog will learn to task. Now, it's not going to be all in one day. You're not going to be able to teach off leash on all in one day. When using an e-collar, basically what you're going to do is, specifically the mini educator, if you're going to invest in an e-collar, invest in this. Do not invest in those cheap ones, because those cheap ones really do not work half the time. I had one of those cheap ones. It did not work at all. I was having to have her on leash all the time. And I invested in this perfectly. It is expensive, but it's worth the money. Over time, what your dog's going to do is be able to stay without a leash on. Platz. Head down. Maggie, come. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. You're such a good girl. Are you a good girl? Good girl. Maggie, heel. Heel. Good girl. Definitely praise your dog for being off leash. I mean, like I said, it's not going to be a process that's going to take days and days, like, you're going to do it all in one day. No. It's going to take weeks to months. I would teach it to my other dog, but he does not know his full foundation. Maggie does, because my sister-in-law's dog's an older dog. We're trying to work on his training. But that is something that will help you out in learning how to train off leash. Because of the fact off leash training, it is very hard. It is very difficult. Some dogs do not like to be off leash. Some dogs do. It's just a matter of time that your dog will get used to being off leash. Because, do you think Maggie was like this when she first started? No. I didn't have any collar. I started investing in one a couple of days later. Now, here's another herd and training thing. I have donkeys and horses and chicken. She loves to go in there and play with the chicken. But we have donkeys. This is another training exercise that you would be benefit from training, because service dogs, they need to be friendly to all things. And yes, we're home, but she's been around donkeys since we got here, actually. And it's been almost a year. Maggie, leave it. Maggie, sit. Good girl. Maggie, is that your friend? Yes. Is that your friend? Maggie, is that your friend? Speak. Yes. Is that your friend? It's like we're learning how to sit pretty right now, as a very fun thing, as she will be a therapy dog after she retires from service dog work. Maggie, speak. Speak. Maggie, hey. Speak. Oh, that's your buddy. Is that your buddy? Is Riyadh your buddy? No, yes, we're just playing. Because today's her birthday. Maggie is 3 years old now. So, Maggie. Leave it. Is today your birthday? Are you happy? Maggie, focus. Yes. Speak. Maggie, speak. Go play. Maggie, come. Come on. Come on, babies. Yes. Ah, easy. Yes. Maggie, go play. Maggie, go play. Go play. What, Elam? Don't bite my thing. Hey, thumb. Hi, Jana. Maggie, come on. Maggie, sit. Lay down. Head down. Head down, please. Maggie, head down. We're working on that one. Up. Heel. Heel. Walk with me. Sit. Yes. But that's basically some of the process. I hope that answers your question.